All right, everybody. Hope you guys have all been having a good day. Welcome back. We definitely have to talk about some stuff today. It was not a good day for the markets. I'm looking at Bitcoin right now. It currently is $4,000. Now, if you guys were in the stream over the last few days, you guys know I thought Bitcoin technicals were bearish, but we had an opportunity to bounce up, but that would only come from the PCE inflation numbers, which were not good today, which meant Bitcoin came down a lot. Now, at this moment in time, we are resting on a level of support, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But the goal for today, since this is normally my day off, and I told you guys if something crazy happens, I'm going to go live just earlier, and it's what, 11 o'clock in the morning? I just woke up an hour ago, right? So, Bitcoin technicals, what exactly happened here? Actually, what happened here? Bitcoin technicals, CME Fed, so we can kind of see what the chances of a rate cut are, and then going over to the altcoins out there, because those are going to be the ones that are hit hardest from this type of news with when it comes to rate cuts and things like that. Okay, so hey Josh, Villarat, the Dolphin, happy to see you again, man. Charmander Wilder, I know, midday streaming, right? I was thinking about it and I was like, oh god, I gotta get ready. I was just doing laundry and everything too. Okay, Loki is over here with his donut toy. You can see him hiding in the corner here. Is that my donut toy or is that your donut toy? Ooh. Good boy. Yeah, huh? He's been loving those donut toys. I bought that donut toy for him when I was dropping him off at the kennel last time I went to Vegas, and I just saw it on the wall and I was like, you know what? Let's get him an extra toy so he can play with it. And it's turned into one of his favorite toys. It reminds me of the Simpsons donut when it's clean, but that thing is filthy right now because he's been taking it outside. I need to toss it in the washer, but I want to get some like dog-friendly detergent since he puts his mouth on it and stuff like that. But okay, buddy, let's get started here. We're just going to start with a couple of CNBC articles just to kind of get the ball rolling here. These are going to be very short, but the reason Bitcoin is going down today is because core inflation rose 2.9% in July, highest since February. If you guys remember, we were hoping for 2.6%. This is a whopping 2.9. May not seem like a big difference, but it is a big difference. And this overall is not good. Now, people are spending more money because things are getting more expensive. That's basically what the article's talking about. But I have to say this. Right now, the Fed has flipped the script and said that they still want to prioritize the bad job market over the inflation that's happening right now. And the reason is the Fed and economists, I guess you could say, believe now, they didn't believe it a few months ago, right? But they believe now this inflation that we're seeing is going to be a one-time thing, and it's not going to spiral out of control month over month over month over month type of stuff like we saw all the way back in 2022 where the Fed was kind of caught lacking, if you will. So you're seeing the markets down a little bit, but you're not seeing them necessarily like crashing and burning. And I'll tell you guys why here in a second. On the second part of the news here today, the Lisa Cook decision over here, we talked about this yesterday a little bit. Nothing happened. The judge says, I want to have another court hearing. I want more information. And she didn't decide anything, which kind of like boring. But this hasn't really had an effect on the market. But it is news about the Fed because if Trump continues to get more and more people on the Fed, he can get more of a lower rate type of Fed, if that makes sense. They're not going to be all crazy like rates to zero immediately, but they're going to be more inclined of supporting jobs and that like the Main Street over Wall Street, if you will, right? So that's one thing right there. Now, getting out of CNBC and stuff like that, you guys will notice that the market is, oh, there it is. The market is down a little bit, but the Dow Jones is only down 0.2%. The S&P is only down 0.68%, and the NASDAQ is down 1.2%, and the Russell is only down 0.5%. This is not some type of disaster from the stock market perspective. I want to make that clear. Bitcoin may be coming down a little bit, but even Bitcoin, it's not nothing crazy compared to what we've seen in the past, right? But it is definitely not a good day overall for the markets. Now, when we're going over here to the rate probabilities, you guys are going to get a kick out of this. Yesterday, we had a 86.7% chance of a rate cut. Now we have an 86.9. So it's actually up a teeny bit that we're going to have a rate cut despite the higher inflation, which is very, very interesting. Now, I think that's because of what I talked about with the Fed making their stance a little bit different here, going after the jobs, trying to help the job market, because that is suffering right now, right? Like we talked about before, if there's a bad revision next month about July, there's a chance we lost jobs in July. That's how crazy this is. And that could be the nail in the coffin that really gets Bitcoin moving. However, you can see overall rates have not really changed here. Bonds are still staying kind of steady here. Not much of a disaster across the board. But again, when you look at the cryptocurrency markets, you would think the world's freaking falling apart. And that's okay, right? But that's just kind of the world we live in with cryptocurrencies and the volatility. I will say this. Right now, we are still trying to find support on the 20-week, moving average. And it's holding. We've been going here for a minute. If I go over here to the 5-minute chart, see how we've been holding? We're in a holding pattern right now. I don't know if we decide to break down below it, but at this moment in time, we are holding, and that's a very good sign. If I were to back out a little bit and just go over here to the 20-day or the 20-minute moving average, if I make this go over to the weekly chart, you guys are going to see. Okay, I'm sorry. You can only see that green dot right there, maybe the 15-minute chart. There you go. You can kind of play this out and you can kind of see we're right above it right now. So as this day goes along, we might have one more pop, but that momentum is still carrying us down. So we still need to find some support, or at least have some buyers in there to see if we can hold. Okay. Now, over the last few days, I've been pretty frank saying, hey, if you guys have been in some of these things that have been moving and kind of breaking out higher, you guys might want to consider scaling out a little bit. I sold a little bit of Crow, that's what it's called. I sold some Crow yesterday, and I told you guys this second time selling Crow. I know it may go higher, but damn, it's so high, I need to take some profits. And I'm glad I did, because now everything's falling. We talked about how if Bitcoin goes down, it's not going to, none of the other tokens are really going to have big moves. And right now, Crow is down 17% right now. RLC is down 8% after having like a 15% move down yesterday. And NMR is down 10%, I think, after losing another 10% yesterday. So you are seeing a pullback here. But that 20-week moving average is a good support level right now. I need to make sure I change that back to chart. There we go. But it's more of what happens next week. So I believe if we do close down and we don't get any momentum, I do believe next week will be much worse, and we'll probably start heading back down here towards $104,000, 103,642-ish levels, you know, that Fibonacci level right there. And probably even as far as 100,600, 700. So I'm thinking if we do close down below that, and I think we are, we may have one more bad week, and then we're going to try to pop back up and have something of a larger move here. I believe if I go over here to market news, this week's, yeah, we don't care about this week. This week is pretty much over. Tuesday, we have manufacturing PMI. That's okay. Wednesday, job openings, beige book. Thursday, we have ADP numbers and jobless claims. That could be interesting. And then Friday, we have the U.S. employment report. So next week is going to be absolutely massive, and next week can possibly save us, but that's all the way until Friday until we have that big information. So I wouldn't be surprised if anything, at least we had a nasty wick. Even if, let's say, Bitcoin actually manages to hold at 108,400 here and not break down this week, I would still think next week we could have a nasty wick. Kind of like, not like that dramatic, but a wick that comes down below and we finish up on top, right? If we go back over here to when this actually happened, let's go to the 15-minute chart. If it'll let me, I don't know if I moved something I wasn't supposed to. Let's just go to the hourly chart. That'll make it easier. Yeah, there we go. See how crazy of a move this was? Fell down 18% or $18,000, rallied back up $17,000 or 22%, all within a couple days. Just crazy amounts of volatility happening there. I don't think it'll reach that level, but I do think we'll have some type of shaky move like that, all right? So Bitcoin's still bearish. I expect it to come back down. If we were to zoom out a little bit on altcoins before we start going down the technical list of them, the portfolio is still up 26% here on the group portfolio safe. Pretty darn nice. Fartcoin down 33%. The high risk is down 8% right now. So there's a little bit of mixed reactions going on. But the safe portfolio is still up quite a bit. Even though Crow's down like 12% today, for us, it's still up almost 200%. Right? So again, you still have an opportunity to sell. But as I was saying the last few days, it's easier to sell then, right? And for you day traders out there, Last 24 hours, Pith is still going, Pump is still going, KuCoin's token is going up a little bit here, Pi is up a teeny bit. So it's not like a complete disaster if you guys have been doing some trading, but Pith Network is seeing some good moves here, and that's in the top 100. The top 200, look at this. Meme Core is up 27%, WeMix is up 5%, MapleSwap is up 3%. You know, there's a little bit of divergence in some of these altcoins, which is pretty nice to see. And the last 300 here, excuse me. Oop, there you go. We got Keyed up 11% and Camp up around 4.5 and EverValue up around 4.5 as well. So there's some openings for some bullish trading if you guys want to go do it. But right now, maybe a best opportunity over the next few hours because Bitcoin is trying to hold support. So we're not looking at maybe an imminent downward move very quickly. If it happens, you have your stop loss, whatever. It is a high risk environment right now. Well, heck, plus you're trading altcoins probably with leverage, which is already more high risk. But point being, there's an opportunity here for some of you guys that want to trade some altcoins. If Bitcoin can hold the support level and try to bounce, that's where the altcoin money can really start flowing in, which would be a really good opportunity. Okay, now that we've done all of that, we got to go through altcoins here, and we're just going to go on the daily charts. And for this, I think I'm just going to go back to this screen here. I kind of like this when it comes to showing the charts and stuff like that. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. You can see Bitcoin has made a fresh new low on this little cycle that we've been going on. I wish I was wrong about the bearish short-term technicals. I do, but I was not, thank God. But Ethereum coming back down a little bit. We talked about how Ethereum was about to break down. It is officially breaking down out of this trend line right here. Nothing too crazy. It's still gone a very good move here over the last few weeks. But if you guys have had a chance to take profits, not a bad idea. Solana still moving up higher. Funny enough, this had a really nice little pop yesterday. It's just giving back all the ground, but it's still relatively higher. So a lot of people are still in the money with some of these larger altcoins here, which is very nice. We had already talked about how Dogecoin was breaking down and it was failing a little bit here. This is not a surprise as far as Dogecoin's concerned, but again, it's like coming down like everything else. Trump coming down, Melania coming down, WIF been coming down, Bonk, right? Not every token has been having a magnificent last few days. Some have just been like surviving. Baby Doge, for example, Book of Meme, a little bit, but not much. Shiba Inu, right? Nothing crazy. In fact, we talked about Shiba Inu not being ready yet because it still needed to have one of those breakouts. Because what was bearish on this? The monthly chart? Yeah, the monthly chart still needs some time to cook. But we don't have to talk about that. I said I was going to stick to the daily chart, so I'm going to try to do that, right? But I'm not going to go through the whole list here. But let me go over some of the ones that we've been talking about in the last few days here, which was NMR coming back down after a magnificent run. I mean, absolutely magnificent. But it only lasted 2 days. And the last one here would be Crow, which has had 3 days of running and it's still doing okay. But remember what we talked about here? Oops. I said if you guys wanted to short this, pay attention to the 4-hour chart. And boom. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That was great. I made some money shorting it. But yeah, just letting you guys know that was check out those 4-hour charts when it comes to these magnificent things here. I didn't hold it though past this. My price target was like a little bit above the 20 moving average right here. I wasn't sure if we were going to bounce or not because this thing has been pretty darn good. And again, I told you guys I was doing like those 24-hour less trades here, not the 36-hour ones. If I was doing a 36-hour one, I probably would have my target price around like 25, 26 cents. But yeah, so nice little move right there. I'm in and out right now, especially because my sister's coming back into town today. So I knew I was not going to be paying attention to the markets after like 3 o'clock or something like that. Okay. That's everything. Let's just chill, talk, have a good time. We'll look at some technicals if you guys want me to. This isn't really so much of a surprise, the move down. It's just probably the drasticness of the move down because of how bad the inflation data was, if that makes sense. The technicals were already saying were bearish. I was just hoping that the PCE could like give us a jolt of bullishness to kind of offset that. And, it did not. Also, just so you guys know, this is the Dow, right? Still looking nice, even though we're down today. NASDAQ still looking okay. A little bit more danger with the NASDAQ. And the SPY still looking good after hitting all-time highs yesterday, right? And the Russell's down a little bit too, but Russell's been booming like everything else. So, there we go. Gold is rising today, though. So, that is interesting right there. That is very, very interesting. So, we're going to stick to the 15-minute chart because we are going to see if we do have a nastier move down when it comes to that 20-week moving average, I would say. So hopefully that's good. And hey, GOB, happy to see you, my man. Thanks. Oh yeah, if you guys can, please make sure to like the stream and everything. It helps out a lot. Like, comment, whatever you guys want to do. It helps out the stream, gets more people in here, especially on a day like today when I'm not on my regular time schedule. But I think if I was to start streaming a couple times a day, which I can't do because I'm start making videos for you guys pretty consistently with tutorials, I would start streaming probably around 12 o'clock or something like that. Maybe 11 o'clock, 11 and 4. That's kind of an even of time. But maybe like a half an hour stream, something like that. For this one, I'm probably gonna do an hour, hour and a half to like really like see what's happening here because this could be very interesting. And hey, Haram, happy to see my man. Hey, Kilo, things are doing well. Mohammed, hey, where am I at? Seattle. Hey, Mo, happy to see you too. Looking forward to the stream. Thank you. And hey, Larry, inflation will go back up. Have you been seeing the new Alien series on Hulu? I have not. I need to watch it. I haven't watched any TV in like a few weeks. No, I've been watching football, but that's at the cigar lounge, so I haven't even been watching. It's just been on the TV. I'll have to watch it. I've been wanting to watch it, but part of me kind of wanted to binge watch it and not go week to week. I probably will wait for the series to conclude, or not the series, the season to conclude, and then I'll probably end up watching everything in one big go. But yeah, I have wanted to watch it. I've heard a lot of great things about it. A lot of great things. Oh, and Larry, I think we talked about this a very long time, but uranium is doing well. I was looking at my accounts the other day, and uranium's doing very, very well right now. Hey, Loxa, you wishing to get to 70K again? I mean, I bet Bitcoin will eventually go back to 70K, but it'll be more in the bear market cycle. That'd be very, very interesting. Because this time around, what's going to be, I think, really interesting about the bear market, a lot of Bitcoin is owned by ETFs right now. Well, investors on Wall Street that own all these ETFs, they do not have a big risk tolerance, right? They usually freak out a little bit. So if the market really starts to go down, and I mean really go down, I think you're going to see ETFs selling massive amounts of Bitcoin all at once, but it'll be very interesting because it would be kind of very easy to trade those because they start selling off the Bitcoin right as the market opens up, and you can just see Bitcoin drop at 6:30 in the morning, market open over and over and over again. But you guys know me, I'm going to open up like probably a 10x short when I see those death crosses on the weekly moving averages. I'm going to open one up if it seems like things are getting a little bit out of control with the economy and things aren't looking that great. I'm going to open one up because, again, it does work out pretty well if you follow that death cross theory. But, it doesn't always, well, it always works, but it's only happened a few times, right? So maybe something a little different will happen, but I'm gonna have a stop loss, but my stop loss is gonna be like 200% losses or some shit like that. I don't want to have to like some crazy spike level or stuff like that. I'll be waiting for a big nasty move to come down, right? 1 to 2 hours an episode. Oh damn, that's great. And hey Lisa, happy to see you, hopefully doing well. Natural gas is getting back into the buy zone. Natural gas has been interesting. I know Loki's staring me down like he wants pets or something. I'm like, I don't got pets. Here you go. You want pets? Nope. See, he goes straight for his donut. Yeah. Well, can I see your donut? Can I have your donut? Here you go. Oh, he just wants me to toss it. Oh. There you go. Oh, my bad. You good? There you go. I can't toss it because I put my light over there so it doesn't like show too much on my TV behind me. So like all Loki would have to do is tap on that light over there and the whole thing would just come falling down and I would go black for a second. Which is okay because so far he's been very good about not hitting that light. But yeah, so it's definitely just not a good day. Let's say that. The next question is how far do we fall? I think our next step probably next week or next couple weeks is probably to retest 104,000 or something like that. After that, we might go back down to 100,000. Then we're going to try to hold that. What was it? $100,600, and then we'll try to bounce off of that. But really, the next big indicator that can help us out and smooth things over for us isn't until next Friday. I mean, that's really it. Now, there could be some news, some tariff breakthrough, something like that that can change the market, but those technicals are still bearish, and that's what that's what we've been talking about all week. I just hate being the guy talking about bearishness and whatnot. Yeah. Well, I don't know. You guys watch other YouTubers. I know, let me go over here. YouTube tells me what you guys watch sometimes. Analytics, audience, load. Okay, there you go. You guys watch Frankie Candles, Mitch Ray, Chris Pax. Oh, Chris Pax, for shame, you guys, for shame. This level must hold. I don't think many people have been talking about S going down. Bitcoin. Oh, I get it. Okay, he does more of this could happen, this type of stuff. Okay. I'm more of like, I think this is going to happen because of this, but I may be wrong. And then, because, you know, I've been wrong on calls plenty of times. Let's see. Mitch Ray. I wonder what he was thinking over the last few days. Oh, he hasn't made a video in 2 months? Oh my God. Okay, he's probably a streamer then. Yeah. All-time high again. NVIDIA earnings report. No, he's not calls, he's news. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like news channels. Vision Pulse. What is Vision Pulse, guys? Does nobody make... Oh, there you go. Final blower on top. Oh, it's coming. Okay, that's... You know, I need to come up with some better clickbait titles for you guys. My fucking God. Streamed 1 hour ago. Doge crypto crash coming 30 hours ago. Oh, there you go. See, yeah, he's like me. There you go. 9K bull market. Oh, pump live. Oh, that's some nasty pizza. There you go. Oh, and also, I moved it to Monday because I've been making it and it took a little bit longer than I thought. I am going to come out with a new smart money concepts tutorial on Monday. I will also come out with another... I'll come out with a couple smart money concepts videos in September for the most part. And I'll start doing some simple videos I've done in the past just to kind of refresh everybody, like how to add moving averages onto TradingView. And that's just because they used to have it just be MA for moving average. For some reason, TradingView has now made it SMA for simple moving average. I don't know why they did it. It's just called a moving average, not a simple moving average. But yeah, that being said, it'll be interesting. So I'll start making videos. You guys will see them. I'm going to test out a few different thumbnail styles, and they're going to be the two that I've done in the past. So let me just show you guys what I'm talking about here. One will be like this one right here. Hold on. Where's my thumbnail head? Open image, a new tab. Ah, shit, it's really small. Hold up. One will be like this. And then one will be like the older style. Oh, I guess I zoomed in a lot for this one. There you go. Why are they such different sizes even though I did the same thing? Right, where I did this one. Right, so the Smart Money Guide versus Luxago Smart Money. I'm going to see which one of these performs better, but I'll be doing an A-B split test. So I'll be making this, like, I'll have 2 thumbnails for each video. One that'll look like this, one that'll look like this, and maybe I'll add something a little bit different in there. But, yeah, it should be pretty interesting to see how that works out. But yeah, get ready for all that fun stuff here. I'm pretty excited for it. Gonna take a minute, but yeah, that's fine. Because when I do these tutorials, I don't, like, I know what I'm talking about, but I have to bullet point what I want to talk about. Because I make the longer ones. Nobody really makes long tutorials these days. Because I think the sweet spot for YouTube is like 15 minutes. I like doing 30-minute tutorials, unless it's something very simple like how to move a moving average, right? Like one of my videos that's doing well is like basically you go over to like incognito mode. You can search right now. How to change the background color on trading view, right? And there it is right here. September 28th, I did this a day before my birthday. And it's just right there. It's just right there on the top. Nice and easy. Freaking hilarious. This guy beats me on the things, but I'm better on the regular chart. And I'm right here on this one. But yeah, so very, very interesting. But mine is only 55 seconds because it doesn't need to be that long, right? It's a very simple process. But if you don't know it, I'll help you explain it, right? So I'll be doing all that type of stuff. Hey, Dolphins, I don't think the Bitcoin bull run is over, but typically August and September have been very bearish months for Bitcoin. Things really start to pick up apparently. Well, not apparently. They always pick up in October and November. But what's been very interesting... Excuse me. Why? Oh, I slept accidentally with a fan pointing at my face, so my throat's a little coffee today. Coffee. Yeah, coffee. Sorry, not coffee as in like the drink, but like coughing, but E at the end of it. This was last October, November right there. October, November right there. And notice how this was August right here, and September really didn't do anything. August right here was nasty, and September we really didn't do anything. You can almost see like the similarities right there. And then over here was October, but that was during a bear market, so it's a little bit different. But we saw a bad September beforehand. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, this October. Yeah, okay. September. Excuse me. Oh, we had a bad August, and that was bad September as well. And then over here, October right here, even better, had a good high, another high in November, but still kind of went down afterwards, right? But again, had a bad September, but a good August. And then back over here, last one, I promise. October right here, November, right? But a bad September and a mediocre August. A little different, right? So you kind of stretch this out a little bit. This is October, or I went out in October yet, but yeah. So usually once October rolls around, we're fine. But if I were to do this one more time here, get rid of all the lines, and we go to August. There you go. Go through history a little bit. Not a good August. Okay August. Okay August. I would say good August. Bad August. Bad August. Bad August. Bad August. I mean, we only got a couple days, right? So more often than not, it's not a good August. But September, not terrible. September, not terrible. September, not terrible, but down, September, down. September, down. September, down. A lot more iffy on the Septembers than on the Augusts. And hopefully that means we can get some data in there. But usually we don't start the big move until October. So I still think I would make that call, that final like, oh, damn, we're fucking finished on Bitcoin. That would happen October if we're having a nasty October or something like that. That's when I'd be like, oh, shit, here we go, right? Hopefully that's not the case, though, right? All those lines confuses my brain. And Bitcoin's making a push down right now. Will it break down, though? That's the question. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. It's trying to make that push. You see a nice little pop here, because I don't see a reason why Bitcoin should be moving up besides the 20-week moving average. Damn, it's pretty darn flat. Okay, let's go to the second chart. This is why I pay for all this in the first place, right? Give it a couple seconds to see if it actually has that big pop down or not. Hey, Wilder, let me clear my throat. I know, right? And hey, Puma, what do you call it? It's not like absolutely, what is it? Oh, yeah. So we just had bad inflation data today. It was like we were expecting 2.6. We got 2.9. That was not good news here. Bitcoin already had bearish technicals going into this. So it's just kind of, we were already bearish. Now we got bad news. Let's go down even more. The issue is we're holding up above the 20-week moving average. And because of that, What you're seeing is us try to hold right now, but if we don't, it'll be a nastier move down, probably another $4,000, $5,000 down, which will spook a lot of altcoin investors, as you might already imagine, and really just like cause some chaos in the markets. The stock market isn't even taking this too bad. The Nasdaq is down 1%, the SPY isn't even down 1%, and the Dow Jones isn't even down 1%. Bitcoin's just throwing a fit right now. And besides all of this, the chances for a rate cut actually went up today, not down, despite it. So it's kind of a funky environment all around. I would still be dollar cost averaging. I'm not like saying the bull market's over and stuff like that, but it is like, oh God, right? A little bit different. And hey, Kilo, I'll have to watch some of his content. I've met the guy. I've met him plenty of times. I just haven't watched his channel, right? We don't usually watch each other's channels all too much. We talk about what's working, what's not, from a business perspective, because we're all like business owners, because we all run YouTube channels, right? But we just kick it. And so I gotta watch some of his content. What the heck? I need to get a Ricola or something like that. I got some water over here, but oh God. Also, we got a CME gap above. Yes, we do. By the rumors and the sell news, exact pump up to the Fed meeting and rate cuts, then dip at the news, but 7 to 10 days, boom. Yeah, what do you call it? That's what I'm talking about when it comes to, we're bouncing here, we're trying to bounce at least. We have a higher chance of having a rate cut right now. Oh, but what do you call it? That's why I just put all those lines. That's why I put all those lines on that chart just now. Like, hey, usually it takes until October for us to have a good move here. But we actually started off with a pretty decent August, which was kind of why I'm so disappointed in how it's turning out at the end, right? Excuse me, guys. Oh, God, I'm burping. I'm hiccuping. Oh, my God. This is why I don't stream in the midday. I need to get my coffee. I need to go chill outside for a little bit. I need to, like, relax. Nope. I hopped right into work, and I was like, let's go, baby. All right. But yeah, at this point, guys, I'm still dollar cost averaging. You know, again, this is why I told you guys why I made that portfolio for all of us back a couple months ago, because I was like, hey, if you there's a few different options for the portfolios, right? One is doing okay, the last two are not doing so great, but the one that's doing great is the safe portfolio. The ones that have higher risk, those are the ones that are seeing some losses right now. And the worst one is the one where you had no diversification, just one token and like just let it let it ride. Although maybe if we would have chose Crow or something like that, it'd been a much better experience. But we were looking for like a high risk meme coin type of thing, not a company like Crow or that could like was gonna get a government contract or something like that. You made some money on the Cracker Barrel fiasco. That was actually hilarious. I was surprised how little the CEO understood the clientele. You know, more and more, I think the upper class is really getting out of touch of how bad things are for Main Street and what the culture is of the country. And if they... I just don't know if they're ever going to get it at this point. Because people like, they lost a lot of money because of that. The culture is not on the liberal side right now. You know, if I go out personally, like I live in Washington State, live in Seattle, like it's not as liberal as it used to be. We used to have a very liberal mayor years back, right? Very, very, very liberal. And then we had the Chaz riots. That's where the city was actually, part of the city was literally taken over, right? And that part of the city had its own militia. It was a liberal militia, but it was still a freaking militia that had taken over part of a city in the United States of America. And the governor and the mayor did not want to get them out of there, which was absolutely astonishing to me. I mean, absolutely insane. But now we have another mayor, still Democrat, but he's a little bit more of a moderate. He's kicking homeless people out of parks and stuff. He's saying, get the fuck out, right? So, you know, we're in a different pattern nowadays because we tried all that really sympathetic stuff and things got really, really bad. Really, really bad. And I will mention, with the mayor, the only reason she ended up getting those people out of the city was because they marched to her front door. It wasn't until they marched to her front door that she was like, oh, damn, we need to fix this problem. Although people that were living in the apartment complexes in the Chaz zone, they couldn't leave their house out of fear of getting shot and shit. I was like, damn, you know? So it's been a very different cultural movement over the past 10 plus years. We've been kind of swinging all over the place. And I think we're trying to find a new equilibrium where, like, everybody, you can do whatever the fuck you want, just don't impose your views on me. Going back to the old-fashioned stuff. Okay, you do you. Just don't tell me about it. I'm fine, you know? Don't teach my kids about it, whatever. What all that crap you see in the schools and stuff like that. I don't have a kid, so I'm not too familiar on what happens in the school discussions and things like that, especially with all the issues you hear in the news. It's not really something I ever pay attention to. But if I was a parent, I probably would pay attention to that type of stuff. But I'd also probably have my kid in some private school where I know he's going to not have be exposed to that type of shit. Because I was a private school kid. Although I was a scholarship kid. I did not have money. There were days I couldn't afford to go to school because I didn't have gas. But now I got all the gas money I need. So something worked out, right? And hey, XOXOK, happy to see you. What do you call it? I always think of you as K. Now I got the XOXO. ZBCN is my number one play so far. I'm up 4x and lots of news in September. My favorite utility coin. Hey, as long as we're seeing some positive moves from Bitcoin, I think we should be okay. I'm looking at Bitcoin right now. It's trying to desperately hold that 20-week moving average. I wish I could show it to you on this 5-minute chart, but it never shows it properly, as I just showed you guys a few minutes ago. But, you know, we're trying to hold. We're trying to bounce right now. This would be a good little scalping opportunity for those who want to trade it up to maybe 108, but another $150 up. But that's a really small little scalp play. Hi, Loki. How you doing? Loki's over here getting pets. Loki's shedding this week. Freaking insane. Like big old clumps of hair coming out of his top layer. You can't really tell, but he's looking a lot better now. But yeah, there was a couple hot days where he was in the 90s, and his body was like, take the hair off now. So I've been combing him down, giving him the little vacuum cleaner stuff. He loves a vacuum grooming. I've never seen a dog that likes to be vacuumed. He, got all the attachments and stuff for dogs. Man, dude loves it. Absolutely loves it. And pull off a shit ton of hair. He's living his best life right now. And there's a little pump up that we were talking about, but it's not really enough, right? And hey, Jamrock, we're probably looking for Bitcoin over the next week or so to probably hit around $104,000 to $101,000. That range is what I'm looking for. And while I'm doing that, I'll probably just start shorting stuff like Crow or NMR, some of that stuff that's really popped up and went crazy. I'm going to be looking for those opportunities. But I really want to see Bitcoin fall down a little bit more. Those tokens can be very, very volatile, so you can't have tight stop losses on them. And then on top of that, with those particular tokens, I'm going to have a medium leverage, like 10%, 15%, but I'm not actually going to be like doing like a $5,000 trade. It'll be a $200 trade, so that if I lose over 100%, I'm fine with that, because I know I'll probably end up making 300%, but it'll just be a little bit of a crazy thing going on with that, so a little bit different. You don't think Bitcoin will go back to $20,000? No, I don't think it ever has a reason to go back to $20,000. That'd be insane. The 2026 Bitcoin should bottom back around 60K. I'm hoping for a little bit worse, but it just depends on how bad things get. Remember, things are kind of meh in this country right now. They're not necessarily great. Maybe you can say they're okay, but like there's a lot of people fucking suffering right now, right? But there's always people suffering. We just don't know what bad thing can come around the corner. Maybe China attacks Taiwan. Maybe Russia invades the rest of Europe because they're able to take Ukraine. There's so much crazy shit. But the crazy thing is, that would still be a massive buying opportunity, because America is definitely going to win any war that goes on. At least I hope so. And then, we would just start pumping up afterwards. We'd probably occupy China, turn them into a labor force to make our jeans and stuff like that. We'd impose a new government. We'd be doing a bunch of shit. It'd be crazy. But yeah, just some overall pretty crazy stuff could happen. I don't think it'll happen. I just think we're going to hit a crisis over the next few years where AI is taking a lot of white-collar jobs, and these white-collar jobs, guys, don't have the skill set to go back into regular society. Remember, there was a... let me see if I can pull it up. You guys would know what I'm talking about if I pulled up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it up. There was a... Let me see if I can pull it there's this episode of South Park where the handymen are in demand because nobody knows how to do anything. So basically all these people that have college degrees are paying insane amounts of money over to these handymen who become like pimps and stuff like that with their Waffle House shirts and things like that. It's not the same exact thing, but what I'm trying to explain, there's a lot of people that don't know how to work anything but corporate work, right? So I think what's going to happen here is a few different things. Companies are going to continue to lay off people because the productivity of the average person is going to greatly leap forward because of AI. We're going to have to find a new way, a new business. Something is going to have to come from the system, not the political system, but the system, the corporate system, to find these people jobs. And then what's also going to be very interesting about all this, ooh, how do I explain this one? Well, let's just, yeah. Governments are going to downsize a lot too. And I don't think people realize how many people governments employ. But if AI is doing the majority of the work, you really don't need that many people. And that means you don't need as much pension. And that could use, like, that could have like a depression style event where we have to start looking at things like universal basic income and things like that. But that really does mean there's going to be a new class of people that really can't even afford an apartment. So they're going to have to go, I think we're heading for like those massive apartment complexes where everybody has like 200 square feet per unit and they all have communal bathrooms, like tons of crazy shit like that. I think we're heading for that type of environment. And then you guys have to have some type of skill set, no AI, be able to sell some shit. You know what I mean? If you want to keep your job, or just understand AI and be more productive than the rest of the guys on your floor. I mean, that's basically it. But yeah, I'm not hopeful about it. What is it? Hold on, let me go to Gemini. Employed by governments like the city, towns, states, and federal ECT. All right, 23.5 million by government entities in the United States. Federal government, approximately 2.9 million people. This includes civilian employees, but excludes military personnel. Yeah, I'm not putting military in there, that, right? And the majority are from the government employees that work at state and local levels with a combined total of around $20.6 million. What are the potential job losses when AI is running at full steam, maybe? Like, how many jobs in the USA could be lost, and it's okay to give a range. There you go. AI could displace 6 to 7% of the U.S. workforce, though it notes its impact is likely to be temporary as new jobs are created. What are the new jobs? That's my thing, right? Other studies offer a wide range of projecting as much as 20 to 30% of current jobs. I mean, right? That'd be freaking terrifying. But roles like accountants, legal and administrative assistants, customer service representatives, data entry clerks, and telemarketers, damn, right? Skilled trades, plumbers, electricians, managerial fields, right? Creative, that could work. Entry-level workers are most affected. Well, shit. You get it? You go to college. You try to find the entry-level job. You're going to beat AI? I don't think so. I don't think so, right? So it's going to be very, very, very interesting. Yeah, but it's just going to be kind of crazy. So let's go to the middle. 10% is disrupted and they lose their jobs. Oh, I didn't put the disrupt. Yeah, that's fine. What are the new jobs they will be able to get? Like, what job could an accountant get after AI takes their jobs, and there's a bunch of them all trying to find work at the same time. So it says the question isn't what new jobs will be created, is about how can we reskill the displaced workers to fill them. You guys remember Learn to Code? How bad that ended up working out for Democrats when they tried to make that thing? Not good, right? Let's see. So the new jobs that are most likely to emerge are those that work with AI rather than being replaced by it. AI central roles, jobs directly involved in development, management, and training of AI systems. Is an accountant gonna know? Come on. You know, sometimes AI can be very straightforward without like really thinking about what they're saying. Financial analyst or strategic advisor, that's going to come from AI too. This is why I just don't understand it. AI assisted auditor, right? Again, there's not going to be enough of these jobs because AI is going to help the guys be very, very productive. Again, you can create. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. I don't know if people understand this. You can create AI right now, right? Where you make an AI team, okay? 4 people. Let's just say you got 4 people. Then you can have a 5th one that is in charge of everybody. And you can have this one talk to this one give it to this one give it back, and send it on through. And they all talk to each other and says, oh, this is this, this is this, this is this, this is this. And they can all be talking to each other right now and giving something done. All they would need is one person to receive all of that data, because that one manager AI would be basically funneling all the important information over there. And then if he had a question, he would go back to the main manager, ask. That AI can look in its database or go back to the main AI, the smaller AI that's specifically focused on that, and have that answer it, give it back to him. He looks it up. He finds the exact thing that the guy wanted to see, and then he gives it back to the human, if you will, right? I mean, like, that's already in the process right now. Like, I don't think people understand how cool AI is and what you're going to be able to do. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very, very fascinating right now. I don't know if you guys really focus on that type of stuff. AI is making some really great strides right now, really great strides. But like, people don't understand that. Like, if you guys run your own business, you could use that same setup that I just talked about, and you could make yourself an executive board, right? You could make yourself an executive board, and they basically help you with your finances. There's a CEO, and that CEO reports to you, the majority shareholder, whatever, right? All of this stuff could happen, and all you have to do is provide the data, right? Or have access to your data, which is a whole, maybe you don't want to do that, but like, hey, if it has access to your Google Sheets and your accounting profiles, all that stuff with the APIs and whatnot, it can just take it every day, do an update, give it to the CEO. The CEO looks at it. If there's nothing crazy, you don't get a message. But something changes in the road, right? You're going to start getting a message. You're going to do a deep dive into it, do all the deep dive for you. And it's working while you're sleeping. It's doing all this stuff while you're asleep. So you have a morning report. It's great, you know? Now, I haven't done that, but I've seen it. And I was just astonished. You can see the AI talking to each other. Yeah, it's crazy, crazy time, right? New job, be a battery for robots, $12 an hour. I mean, yeah, right? I mean, imagine, we're going to have AI factories here soon enough. What the fuck happens to China? What happens to India? Vietnam, all the places we make our stuff? We're going to have massive robotic factories. We're going to have AI truck drivers dropping everything off. We may have AI robots doing all the work of moving the packages in the warehouses in like 20 years or something like that. It's just a crazy time. Now, the way you get out of this and the way you guys make money is by investing in those stocks that are doing all that stuff, right? So buy big tech. Big tech will have crashes and stuff like that, but my God, if you buy those dips, you're just ranking in the cash eventually. Why do you think I've been buying up all those AI stocks like Big Bear AI? Right now, I think my portfolio is down like 15% since I bought. I know I bought them when they were highs, because I even said that when I was buying them with you guys on stream, and I was like, I don't care. I'm going to hold them for a while, and I'm going to dollar cost average them back down. Because I know a couple of those are going to pop off and make me a shit ton of money that I'm going to be living off of, because, well, I'm a creative guy, so YouTube isn't going to be automated. YouTube always is like, hey, we're going to promote human creators only. but you get the point, right? And pretty soon I'm gonna even be using AI a lot more in my streams and stuff like that, and not like not my streams, my videos, my content. Like I'm gonna have it help me figure out what type of tutorials to do, give me resources to learn if I have a question. Like, hey, maybe I'm gonna do a Fibonacci spiral tutorial, but I haven't used it in a minute, so I need to refresh my brain because I haven't used it in a minute, right? And then I would have a tutorial about the Fibonacci, and I'd use that to help me out, make sure it's fine. Instead of me going to a book or Investopedia searching it up, no, I would just read about it. It would find me a YouTube video to watch it on, and I could just make a better mousetrap than that YouTube video, right? A lot of stuff like that. Like I want to know how to add how to use smart money concepts from Lux Algo on TradingView. Can you find a video on it for me? Right now, I don't have this done, but basically you could do SEO now for AI to make AI more likely to pull up your content and stuff like that. So I'm expecting to see Tom Crown or Lux Algo's video here, because Lux Algo really does have its own thing. Yeah, by Lux Algo, by Tom Crown, right? And then there's my by me right there, right? Look at all that. Pulled it right up. Pulled it right up. And there's my happy little face, right? Oh, you guys can't see shit. My bad. There's my happy little face right there. But I said Tom Crown, Lux Algo, or me. Pulled them all up, right? And then it says by Lux Algo, right? It says this video is from the official Lux Algo channel, provides an in-depth tutorial on how to use the indicator. Tom's is this video offers another perspective on a different trading strategy using the indicator. And it says this video this video provides a more recent and comprehensive guide to the indicator and trading strategies. Comprehensive guide. It knows I'm about it. But yeah, you guys, right? You guys understand what I'm saying there? We sell it by crow. I sold my crow yesterday. I was pretty darn straight about that. Cattle dung remover. Ooh, that sounds like this. Fruit picking jobs. Yeah, I ain't doing that shit. Most factory jobs start at 20 to 25 hours to do one job over and over and over. Kind of makes you go into school and going so far into debt. Kind of makes takes a lifetime to pay it. Yes, it does. Oh yeah, think about all these people that are getting out of college and they're not going to have a job because of AI. How are they going to pay back that debt? Depending on the president, they may fucking come after them, or they're going to see that on their credit score, and they won't be able to buy a house, won't be able to buy a car. They'll be stuck in a used market of apartments and used cars, right? Without an opportunity to have financial growth, right? Like, again, I've been stuck in apartments before. I still have used cars right now, but if I wanted to, well, I live in a house now, but if I wanted to, I can go out there and buy a new car, right? If I wanted to, I could, but that's a monthly payment I don't really want to make. I like wasting my money on cigars, frankly. But you get it, right? It's just crazy times. I'm so excited to see what AI does happens. But that's why I'm saying, hey guys, wait, I'm gonna have AI as part of my my new website. Not like you guys using AI on my website, but it's gonna be helping me make everything. It's gonna be helping me with my blogs. It's just gonna be doing so much work for me, and I'm gonna be very happy. It's gonna cost some money because this is all still new. It's gonna cost me a good chunk of cash, actually. But I think it's very much worth it. And then once I do that, I'm going to have it every day come out with like a fresh newsletter for you guys. And it will explain everything that's been going on in the news that day. And I think you guys will enjoy it quite a bit here. So just a lot of fun stuff coming our way. But yeah, it's going to cost me like... So I was trying to make money doing my YouTube videos and getting more views, being like the financial guru. Didn't really work, so I'm just going to go back to what makes me money, and I know what makes me money, right? Tutorials, which I actually enjoy doing tutorials more. But I was going to see like tutorials, there's like a cap of maybe I can make like $10,000 a month. If you become a financial guru, you can make like $50,000, $80,000 a month. But at this point, I'm like, okay, I can make some money off affiliate links and stuff like that, right? But with the website, the AI and everything, and plus I'm going to come out with a trading bot as well. And not a trading bot like Lux Algo where you have to pay for it. It'll be a bot that I can hook up to an exchange, and you guys can copy trade off of that bot. And I'll let it run for about a week or so without telling you guys about it. And then I'll show you guys, hey, it's been making profits. If you guys want to follow it, you can, and all that type of stuff. And I'll give you guys some settings if you guys wanted to go down that route. But the trading bots alone is going to cost me $5,000. The website's costing me a few $1,000s. The AI is going to cost me a few $1,000s, and I've already paid part of the AI, the website fee, right? So it's going to be expensive, but I'm very hopeful that it will transform the channel and kind of bring out a new ecosystem. And, I'm gonna end the stream here pretty soon, guys. Sorry, my throat's getting a little bit bad. And then oh, I'll also use it to revitalize the Discord. So I'm gonna have full AI in the Discord as well. I haven't really done anything with the Discord in a while, as you guys might imagine, but I'll have all that set up because the security is just horrible on Discord. So I'm gonna figure out a way to get that rolling on for the way I know how to do it. Have all the newsletters and stuff in there. It'll be trading signals in there from the AI, right? From the AI bot. If you guys just wanted to follow them instead of like doing the copy trading, I'm going to do everything I can, like just educational content. Here's something here. Here's something here. And then what I'm trying to do, and this is the difficult part about the trading bot, because this will cost an extra like couple $1,000. But my friend is an AI wizard, and I mean AI wizard, so he could do it. Every time it makes a trade, and I think I'm only going to do this with swing trades, not the day trades, right? Because the AI bot can do a day trading and swing trading. It'll do day trading on that copy trading platform. But when it comes to swing trading, I want it to be able to articulate with images why it's buying or why it's going short, right? I want it to be able to do that. And then I want it to come up with AI portfolios of, you look at a sector. So it's gonna be like 5 preset sectors, like AI sector, investing sector, meme coin sector, whatever. And it'll put a portfolio together for you based off of what you click. And so you can have some meme coins in there, some finance coins, whatever, Bitcoins, large caps, whatever, blue chips, whatever. I want it to do all this fun stuff. No other influencer, I believe, has been able to do that. So I'm hoping to be the first by throwing a bunch of money at it, which is why I'm always asking you guys to like and subscribe and all that type of stuff. You guys don't have to donate, but I made my money with a crow the last few days. Hey, that made me enough. But yeah, so gonna be doing a lot of that fun stuff here for a little bit. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments here. If they put limits on gun clips, do the same for robotics. I just don't think the government's going to be able to do that too well. I believe the money coming from corporate will change a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff here. Need 2 accounts, one to hold up, flip my corp holds and hedge fund flips. Oh, nice, yeah. Best part is I take 0 risk on my hedge fund, but my corp gets 25% of the profit. Oh, yeah. Hooray, other people's money. Had Crow for 6 years. I buy anytime it dips below 10, and I'm holding it for the 80 cent to $1 range. Should be there on Christmas. There you go. Just wondering if it's going to go to 20 cents or a bounce back 30. It'll probably keep on going down here if Bitcoin has one nasty week, but I'd probably be buying that dip for Crow once I start to see it get a little bit more bullish. But yeah, that's just me for right now. I think there's going to keep the market down until Thursday. A bunch of jerks. Oh, yeah, probably. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Friday is the next big data day we got, so it's going to be kind of choppy and bearish. Barely choppish. Bear, like rar, Italy, choppish, right? So I'm pretty excited to see how that works out. Big fun from Iceland. Hey, man, hope you're doing well. Today was tough loss. Dude, I lost like 7,000 today, I think it was. 10,000. It's kind of worse. All right, I'm gonna call it a day, guys. This is my day off, but I don't know why I have this cough, so I gotta get figured. I gotta take a Ricola or something like that. I don't feel sick, feel good. I think it's got a tickle in the back of my throat, and I need to drink some water or something like that. I haven't drinking anything this morning since I woke up, so that could be part of it right there. So see you guys a little bit later. I will let you guys say hi to Loki. He doesn't have his donut. Oh, Loki, come here. Oh, yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. That's a good boy. Oh, I can't hold your paws. His paws are so sensitive. Come here. Oh, where's Loki at? Where's Loki? Come on. Oh, yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you're a very good boy. All right, everybody. See you a little bit later. And thank you guys for watching this breaking news stream of why Bitcoin's going down, which is because Bitcoin's going down. Bearish technicals that we've been talking about all week, unfortunately, and a bad inflation number. But despite that, the odds of a rate cut went up, which is why you're seeing the stock market just do okay and Bitcoin freaking